Good morning, community. It's a terrific Thursday, and I'm back again, not with a new message, but to finish the message from last week. Um, Funny thing was that I did finish the message last week, except the video stopped at a little past 1 minute. So, what you got to see, probably because I pressed the button, I was so engaged in the sunrise, I probably pressed the button and realized at the end I did not record half of the recording. Anyway, I am back again to finish that message because I did have about a 5 minute to say. And so we'll finish that message this week. So here's part 2 of Everything is a Sacrifice. And as I told you last week, that it was a favorite passed down from my mom, Ida. She always said that to us, everything is a sacrifice. Um, and so I finished last week talking about school, and where I first realized that was when I decided to advance my schooling. I'm a I'd say pretty hardworking person. And so most things in life I just work at and keep going. But I remember when I decided to advance my degree in nursing and go back to school, one night my friends and I sat up because we had many nights where we would be up all night long studying or working on a project or working on a paper. And I remember my friends, my little study group and myself talking about it, and we would say, if schooling was easy, everybody would be doing it. And so it made me think back to when I was a child and growing up and being from a Caribbean community. And I think those of you who are can understand, and people in my family can understand, and people from my tongue can understand. But we used to say, we used to always see people who had advancing degrees or opened a business, moved ahead in life, or in some way had elevated their life from where we used to see them. And we'd say, oh, they've changed, they've gotten an attitude, or and kind of speak not so highly of them. And maybe that wasn't true with you, but that was true with me and in my family and in my community. Okay, so if it's not your experience, good. But that was true for us. And so we'd always think about how they've changed and kind of, they've become kind of high and mighty, and I realized that night as we had that conversation, and within my little study group and we realized that it took change. It really took change, a change in attitude, to get to whatever it is that you want to do and to elevate. And so we knew, and we'd say, you know what, when you see those doctors walking down the hallway acting a fool, or acting like they're entitled, you know what, we're not going to talk about them anymore. We're not going to be mean to them or send back that energy anymore, because we realized that it took sacrifice, it took work, and to get to wherever it is that they you wanted. Or in the case of us, most commonly we'd have it with the doctors, was saying it took sacrifice to get that to get that degree, to get that occupation, to achieve that. And so, and in entitled and engraved in sacrifice is a change in attitude and a change in personality and a change in character, because to do anything, to move, to do anything requires some change. And so in totality, yes, it is a sacrifice to do everything. And so it made me think again, working in healthcare, and I do mostly women's health. And I always, I say to my patients very often, when you see people who look healthy, who live vital lives, who are at the weight that they want to be, who are healthy, and it's because they sacrifice. It's a sacrifice in activity, it's a sacrifice in food choices. It's the sacrifice of wanting an ice cream maybe, and knowing that, I've had my calorie intake for this day already, and so the ice cream is not for today. I'm going to sacrifice it and have it another day. And so every little thing, even those little things, require sacrifice. So as we set goals every day, as you wake up every day and decide where you want to move, because life is all about movement, right? That's how we feel fulfilled in life, is moving in some direction, whatever direction that is. It doesn't have to be career, doesn't have to be money. It could be health, it could be spiritual, it could be emotional growth, but it's about growth. That's where we feel fulfilled in life, growing. And so whatever is on that goal list, whatever growth direction you take or growth directions you are taking or want to take, remember that there's some sacrifice. You've got to give up some things to get other things. So sometimes that means waking for parents with children. And I know that was a difficult time when you're working and you have children. It means maybe sacrificing a little bit of sleep so that you can get up a little earlier to have that time for you to do things for you. Or sometimes it means giving up a little bit of Netflix at night so you can sleep a little earlier to wake up a little earlier. So there's always something to give up to get something else. So whatever it is you want, start examining what it is you have to sacrifice. What is it that you have to give up to get this other thing that you want, or this other place, or this other space, or this other person, or whatever it is that's in your heart and in your dream bag right now. So with that, have a terrific Thursday. That's it, part 2. We close up in Everything Requires a Sacrifice. Thank you for Beata, or my mom, Ida. And everybody, have a great day. Till next week. Bye.